Startup funding just hit a record, but before you get too excited, most of that money is coming from a small handful of AI startups. Let's talk about it. This is demystifying tech from a girl that lives in San Francisco but doesn't work in tech. Let's go. So, what happened? According to Crunchbase, global startup funding hit $189 billion in February. And that huge number mostly came from three companies. One being OpenAI, that raised $110 billion. Number two being Anthropic, that raised $30 billion, and Waymo, which raised $16 billion. And just some quick context, when you hear that a startup raised money, this doesn't mean that they gained profit. It basically just means that investors are giving them cash so that they can grow and scale into bigger companies, but they're giving away a percentage of their company. It's that Kris Jenner effect. Take that 10%. And this might be a good time to really dive into what does startup funding really mean and what are the different rounds? What do those mean? Let's get into it. It first all starts out, number one, just founders have an idea and they want to fund their idea. And usually in this early stage, they fund it themselves or it's friends and families. This is very basic. Number two is pre-seed or seed funding rounds. And this is basically the stage that helps build the product, helps you hire a small team, and kind of test the market to see if whatever you thought of even is sellable to a customer. Next stage is Series A. And at this stage, companies have a good idea and they're really starting to gain some traction from the market. And their goal now is just to grow, which leads us to Series B. Series B is all about scaling, hiring more people. And then Series C and onwards is all about creating massive companies. It's how companies get really big really fast before they IPO. And in any stage of this, companies can IPO or they can get acquired by other companies. Basically, they get bought out. So what's the catch here? Well, obviously the money isn't free. And once a startup takes VC money, aka venture capital, investors expect huge growth and a big return. So it's not really about the company trying to innovate and build something good. It's more about pleasing their shareholders. Okay, sorry, back to the news. So we just hit record startup funding. What does this really mean? Well, for one, it doesn't mean that every startup is just thriving. It just means that investors are heavily backing a few number of startups that they think will become the future. And 90% of that is AI. So I'll leave you with this. Does record startup funding mean a lot of innovation in our future? Or do you think that investors are just spending more? Let me know. Bye.